Bitcoin right now has penetrated the bottom of this Bollinger Band, which is basically showing that the average price here giving us a rough estimation as to where price can go, and it shows that there's a very low likelihood that price actually escapes outside of these Bollinger Bands. We're now using it as a support level. Ethereum, we also scroll into the chart here, we can see we're setting up to actually retest into this value zone. Are we expecting higher prices? Are we expecting lower prices? I'm going to be explaining everything in this video and showing you which is actually the higher probability play. So you can set up using a high risk to reward strategy, knowing your rough probability on the trade. You can set it up using the trader's equation to make sure that you walk away as a profitable trader in every single situation possible. Before I jump straight into the video, smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tap that notification bell to stay up to date with all of my latest YouTube videos. Make sure to check out my trading masterclass that's priced at 50% off right now in this video description, and make sure to sign up with Bybit, and make sure to check out the latest exchange offer where you can get up to a $30,000 sign up bonus using my link in this video description. Before I explain all of the latest price action, let's look at all of the latest crypto news. Only 7.3% of the total Bitcoin supply is left to mine over the next 117 years. So we basically have 93% of the overall Bitcoin that will ever be possible to be mined is currently right now issued right here at this 92.713 overall new Bitcoins per day, coming in at 900, and is very significant just to show that only 7% is coming in over the next 117 years. It's very important to focus on the already mined 93% because that's where a lot of value is going to lie. We then have the SEC versus Richard Hart. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Hex Token, where Richard Hart was actually the creator and founder of Hex Token, and many years I've always been saying it's a bit of a scam token. And if you look at the price action on the chart, it's basically gone from a massive price and basically gone all the way to zero over a very long time, not even a short time. So overall, SEC is coming after Richard Hart, I'm assuming because they're going to be putting Hex as a security. And here we also see the OnlyFans parent company has just bought $20 million of Ethereum as revenue has surged. So OnlyFans has seen massive surge in revenue. We've even seen that the actual owner of the CEO of OnlyFans has actually paid him out close to $350 million. He's paid himself out as a bonus this year. So absolutely crazy. And it's great to see that some of these bonuses or big pieces, big chunks of money are actually coming in to the crypto space. We also see BitBoy Crypto has been fired from his own show. So overall, Ben Armstrong, known as BitBoy Crypto, has actually removed Ben Armstrong from the company, and specifically the BitBoy Crypto brand. So very difficult position they're in right now. He's actually going through some type of substance abuse, physical, financial damage, and yeah, his entire community looking very sad right now. One of the big things I want to focus on today's video is actually looking at the current chart. We scroll into the current chart and we actually see that the overall trend is pointing to the downside. We then have the value area right between here where I expect price comes back into this area. We're at least going to have a bit of a rejection, continuation of the trend to the downside, at least coming into this area. This is a minimum, and I am going to quote this exact video in future videos to make sure you actually see exactly how this is playing out. So I'm expecting this value zone and at least a trade into this area. If we look at the percentage, that's basically an 8% trade. So we're looking to trade once we come into this value zone and look to actually sell in this zone here. We can also see that we are in a form of a symmetrical triangle. Although it's not a perfect symmetrical triangle, you can see we're getting a symmetrical triangle. And always, as I'm teaching in my course, once we have a major breakout in one direction, then we get a symmetrical triangle actually forming. It actually gives us a higher probability of continuation of the previous trend. The previous trend was down. It shows that once we come to this apex level, which is right here in this area, will actually be perfect to set up. Not only we're going to get an apex retest, We're also going to get a retest right here of this 20 EMA. So we're going to get a confluence zone. We've also got confluence that the EMA is pointing downside. We've also got confluence that we're getting a downside breakout, high probability after this long continuation down, and then this trading range type pattern. So overall, the trend right now is actually signaling, at least in the short term, that we are going to have shorter, longer term prices. So overall, I would do some type of move like this because it's a bit hard to actually bring the triangle down. Look for a move, bring it to the apex, and look for a move something like this, 7.5 to 8% to the downside. Actually bring up a little bit more because we are looking to actually retest in this EMA. So that's the current trade I'm actually doing on Bitcoin. Unfortunate, even though this is Ethereum, we can see that Bitcoin, let's actually go to Bitcoin on the daily time frame. You can see it's exactly the same as Ethereum. Overall, Ethereum and Bitcoin right now looking exactly the same on the chart. So all we're playing is a high probability. It's unfortunate because I do own some Ethereum and Bitcoin in my long-term holdings, but if I don't believe that in the short term Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to go up, I need to be playing with my short-term stack in and out of the market, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm looking for this short trade. Make sure to check out my Telegram group as I'm actually updating all of my live trades, and you can actually chat with me. We can have a direct message. So it's really, really good, and I've only just joined that right now. But as always, and I like to focus on this channel, is more of that longer term time frame. I always like to look at the weekly chart, as I'm liking to hold these long-term positions and hold for multiple years and make hundreds, if not thousands of percent on my position, not just make 5 and 10% here. Overall, all through this area, we had that long uptrend in the market, but you can see currently we are down ticking on this exponential moving average. We've also come to this level through here because this was the last swing low before we made a higher high. This was actually a level that a lot of stops were placed in the market. You can see exactly what price has done. We came into the stops and now we're pushing to the upside. But again, you can even scroll out and you can see that we're making a form of an inside triangle because we've got this massive bar here. We've then got this form here that actually fits inside, and then we've got this next formation of the bar that fits inside. So we've got an inside and an inside bar, which again is a form of a symmetrical triangle, and we are expecting at least a small continuation breakout. We'll get a small continuation in the direction of the trend, potentially coming to this low, but as I was talking about before, potentially just coming to this low for a quick 8%. Then I do expect an overall continuation of the trend. Although this downslope of the EMA has begun, it's not over right now for Bitcoin, but it definitely is showing that there is some short-term downwards momentum. One thing I do want to add to the chart is this Bollinger Band. Reason being is it's basically like this exponential moving average. You see how I love this 20 EMA. It's basically like extending an EMA above and then extending an EMA below, and actually by standard deviation, and then showing this is the average price. And you can see, look, all along the long term, when we were pushing and trying to make high prices, look at what we were using as a resistance level. Look what was used as a resistance level. We actually used the top of the Bollinger Band as a resistance level, and right now look at what's happening. We've actually come into this level, potentially using this Bollinger Band as a support level. It is showing that the Bollinger Band is slightly sloping downwards. As you can see, this line, blue line, is slightly sloping down like this. So it might mean that prices might come down, might even come back and retest, make a bit of a wedge area, but still we're supporting of this area, hoping and expecting that upside breakout for that long-term trend to the upside. So that's really what I'm watching and looking at right now, expecting that still this average price is still within the Bollinger Band. See, if price came down into this level, that would actually show that there's definitely much lower prices to come because there was so much strength in the market. But look, we came right into this Bollinger Band. We're now supporting off this level, and I am expecting the bull market to then arise in the long term. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment, tap that notification bell to stay up to date with all of my latest YouTube videos. Make sure to check out this video description for all of these great offers. And if you'd like to continue watching my YouTube videos, click the video that's on your screen right now.